everybody, and welcome to the Geelong Zone. We're here to talk about football, but before we do, South Australia have won the Sheffield Shield, and we've got some special music.
He's the load on the nearest cold draft, 1,000 down the road. So you check the accommodation, open the bar, there's water on tap. Wouldn't it be good to be home right now? See the mates, have a beer, have a chat. But then you hear a whistle. Geez, that sounds like Steve-O. Nah, what would your mates be doing out here? Bringing your West End draft? Yeah! 'Cause the best end of the day is the West end of the day.
End of the day.
Yeah, hard day's draft got a thirst in heart. When your mates drop in, have a beer, have a drink. 'Cause the best end of the day is the West.
It's the West End of the day.
West End of the day.
Pity by South Australia. A fantastic win by our boys. And let's get straight into this. South Australia back-to-back shields. Cricket in South Australia is back. Let's remove the helmet. It is back-to-back. The first time in our history we've gone back-to-back in the Shield. I wish I was there. I wish I was in Melbourne watching it. But, Kiri, it was an unbelievable win. Win.
Against all odds. And, I remember yesterday I had my relatives over from Victoria as well. And he was saying to me, my cousin was saying to me, "Oh, Kiri, I just have this funny feeling. I think we're going to blow this." I'm like, "What are you talking about? This is unlosable for you guys from here. You'll chase this down. I'm sure Marcus Harris and their other batsmen, you're going to chase this down. No worries." But yeah, as soon as I listened to work on SEN with Jared Waitley, as we discussed before we recorded this, I hear Jared saying, "Oh, there's another wickets down by Victoria, South Australia. They need 4 more. They need 3 more." And then it happened. I'm like, "Oh my God." But yeah, but look, great for cricket in South Australia, but great for sport as well. It's given us a glimmer bit of hope because we know both of the South Australian teams in the AFL didn't do too well. We know the 36ers, it's do or die for them. So at the moment, we will absolutely take this. But fantastic day for sport in South Australia. And congratulations to everyone in the Sackers or the Redbacks. I still call them the Redbacks. Build Alex Carey a statue. Absolutely. They've got to build a statue out in front of the Adelaide Oval. Sorry, Travis Head, I love you, mate, but, you take the paycheck to the IPL. But no, he's won it for Australia. But Alex Carey, how good was he?
Well, and that's now back-to-back Shield hundreds for Alex Carey as well. Back-to-back final.
Yes.
He won us the game last year. I went to that over 5 days, and he's now done it again. Much more difficult conditions against better bowlers. He faced a hat-trick ball, Alex Carey, last night or yesterday, sorry,
Yes.
or last night, wherever you're watching this from. Survived that hat-trick ball. Mick Andrew did well. He picked up man of the match. Liam Scott picked up man of the series. But yeah, we need a statue of Alex Carey. He could have pissed off to the Indian Premier League. He could have pissed off to the Pakistan Super League. He stayed with the Shield. He wanted to win, and he's done it again, back to back.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Great time to definitely be a Redbacks fan at the moment, and especially a South Australian cricket supporter as well. And away from home at the Junction Oval against all odds as well, to beat the bitter old rivals. It just doesn't get better than that, Lucas. So all of our Geelong friends watching, look, commiserations. This is nice. This is nice at the moment. So, but yes, it's something we'll probably never see for another 30 years, but we've gone back to back. So,
Well, we waited for one for 30 years and then we win our next two. So how good is that? That is fantastic. If any South Australians are living in Adelaide, there will be a parade on tomorrow at Rundle Mall. Another event I wish I was going to. My God, what the fuck am I doing out here? But I actually missed last year's as well. Believe it or not.
Oh, you
did
too?
Home.
Yeah.
I had tonsillitis.
Oh.
Yeah, and I didn't want to because I didn't want to risk. I didn't want to risk other round.
That's
so
right.
I did the smart thing and stayed. If you got a sickness, stay at home. Do not go outside and risk other people. You filthy animals.
Don't spread it because we don't know because of people cancelling a gather round. There might be bloody 20 or to 50 people there. So but
exactly.
But yeah, it's yeah. Do what coach says. Do what coach says. Yeah, 100%.
What the coach said. That's it.
That's a bummer. That's a bummer. You can't be there, mate. Because I know you would have absolutely. I'm sure you will call on 5AA tomorrow as well, or whenever you talk to KG next. So
I will personally call Ken Cunningham up and thank him on a one hell of not thank him, but to say, you know what, we finally did it. KG gets to see two. I've seen two now. KG's seen three. He played in a winning team, KG. He captained in a winning team, KG. And now I've seen two in my lot. Well, three if you want to count 95, but I was a young kid. But I've seen two. I've seen two and yeah. So I've technically seen three, but I can remember two very clearly. I can remember the other one bits and pieces, but I've seen two of them live, which is good. Now we move on to our AFL show. Oh shit. Fuck, who played? I got no idea who played. Oh yes.
Well, we know who played. The most important team, right here.
The most important team, the Geelong Cats. I couldn't be asked to put in a scoreboard, so I will just say 68 to the LA Crows 60.
Well, you're right.
Bailey Smith, 40 disposals. Holmes 27 and 1 goal. Jack Martin had a good game, 3 goals. Dempsey 2 goals. For Shelley for the Crows had a good game as well, 31 and 1 touch. Rule 30. Zach Taylor, 3 goals. Kiri, first quarter was great. The rest was rubbish, in my opinion.
Yeah,
What's your take?
Yeah, well, look, you're certainly right there, Lucas. I thought in that first quarter, because I was watching the game in and out. Usually Thursday nights are a busy time for me. I watched the first 5 minutes, and yeah, the amount of times the Crows were just kicking it to us in their defensive 50. I thought we look absolutely on here. Ollie Henry was, he was fantastic early on, and I thought, gee, this could be a bloody 10-goal win the way this is going. But we know that the wet, the rain and all of that was always going to play a factor. But I just remember that third quarter, and we just could not kick a goal to save our lives. We were winning the ball, but just could not convert it on the scoreboard. And every time Adelaide had the ball and got it in their inside 50, it was a goal. And yeah, it did frustrate me quite a bit. They were on top of us at one point. In terms of the umpiring with the Crows fans, well, first of all, the first thing I'd say is shut the fuck up. Seriously, it went both ways. And number one, I'll just get this stats up as well. Like, and look, the umpiring, it was bad on both sides. There were a few calls that shouldn't have gone, but we had +8 scoring shots, +22 inside 50, +32 contested possession, and +33 marks. Had the game had dry conditions, we would have won by 30+ points. And look, and the last touch rule with Tom Atkins and all of that should have been paid. Yeah, probably. But if the Crows was going to score from that, we still would have won by 2 points. We still would have won by 2 points.
I said that to Mark.
Yeah,
we still would have won. Let's fuck it. Let's give him that goal. Fuck it. Let's give him that goal. We still win.
And Matthew Dix, when I was driving home, the first 10 seconds in his press conference, we lost the game in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah,
the first game in the first 10 minutes. He knew Geelong are a very good side. We were And why did they give away? What was the free kick count? Like what it was? It was 25-16.
Yeah.
The Crows were second to the ball. They gave away so many free kicks, and that's the other thing as well. So, you know, but that's my take on it. It was great performance from the boys. Jack Barton, he really stood up. Sam De Koning, probably his best performance since 2022. I hope he keeps up that form coming. We need him for Easter Monday. And Bailey Smith, he was absolutely everywhere. You know, massive performance from him. And yeah, Jezelenko, the scoreboard absolutely flattered them.
I always think that's Giannis as his profile photo, but he said to me it isn't. Confirm, Kiri.
Who is it? I forgot what NBA team you barrack for, mate. But speaking of the Milwaukee Bucks, they're out of playoff contention. So, yeah.
Jack Marlin. Okay, all right. I honestly thought it was Giannis.
Nah, that's not Giannis. Nah.
If Giannis is watching, go to the Miami Heat, mate. No Slater here.
Yeah. Carter Bryant, you're a Spurs man. Yeah.
Mullins, shout out on Rankin. I have got sunscreen in my eyes. Holy fuck. That's not a smart move. Jesus Christ.
Oh, jeez.
Just keep going, Kiri. The shout out to Rankin.
Yeah.
You
right.
go. Yeah.
While Lucas cleans himself up and not get more sunscreen in his eyes, I can absolutely talk about Oshin Mullen on Isaac Rankin. I said this on the previous show. A factual opinion: Kiri drinking more cola than Coach. Well, I got the Coke Minis firstly, so I don't drink 2-litre bottles. But anyway, but the shutdown, it's something we need to do. With no Jordan Dawson in the midfield, who was going to be the number 2 guy to step up? That was going to be Isaac Rankin. Oshin Mullen, fantastic jobs. I think he held Rankin to 7 disposals. He did not have any impact whatsoever throughout the game, and yeah, it goes to show that Oshin's best football is in that tagging and role, whether it's in the midfield, whether it's at the at half back where he played predominantly as well. So how much did Rankin get? Rankin got...
keep going, fucking hell.
Yeah. No, you're all right. Okay, so yeah, Rankin got 7 disposals. Kick that goal late in the third quarter, but yeah. And Mullen had more of the ball as well with 13. Thanks, Jezelenko. He was fantastic, and you know this was something we needed to do. And full credit to Chris Scott and the coaching panel. They got their homework done. You know, because he is an absolute game changer sort of player. The last thing we needed is the Isaac Rankin show. I thought that the Adelaide tall forwards in Riley Philthorpe and Darcy Fogarty, I thought they really struggled without Taylor Walker's inside 50 delivery. We go back to Sam De Koning, outstanding job against Riley Philthorpe. Kicked a goal early, but had no impact for the rest of the game whatsoever. Darcy Fogarty, nothing. Just did absolutely nothing. And he was another guy who I dreaded, that I thought he was going to have a legacy game, because the gather round last year when he kicked 4 goals, I think it was like in the second or third quarter, it was 4 goals at a quarter. I thought, we cannot let this happen again. And you know, full credit to whoever was on Fogarty. Did not get any
Jack Henry
whatsoever. Jack Henry. Yep. And we absolutely we need our back 6 to play like this. You know, especially a player like Jack Gunston as well, who absolutely thrives off of the Easter Monday games as well. We just need to, whatever the coaches did to Sam De Koning at training throughout the week, it worked, and we've got to see that from him again, 100%. But Lucas, are you okay now?
That's why I don't wear sunscreen in when I play games. I don't actually wear it, and then I come home burnt to a crisp. No, as always, we have our players in the gun. Now, I was going to give it to Shannon Neal, but Kiri, it was raining. Let's be honest. It was heavy conditions. It wasn't for a forward. You have to give him a pass on that.
Not for the tools, give him the benefit of the doubt. Lucas.
However, there's another player that's in the gun. He had a poor first opening round. Defender, Zach Guthrie. Another quiet game. Now, hang on.
Come on.
12 touches. Now he did have a poor game in the opening round. Let's be honest there. He had a poor game. I felt like he had no impact in this game. Where it was a game of defenders. Stewart dominated, Raw dominated, Jack Henry dominated. I didn't feel the same for Guthrie. I could have put Humphrey B. Bear in this as well, Kiri.
I'll be honest. I thought Lawson, my boy Lawson, he was a bit more quiet. I think they put more attention into him. But I thought Zach Guthrie was okay, and he didn't need to be like Superman in the back line when Sam De Koning and Jack Henry were stepping up as well. Connor O'Sullivan as well. I think Zach Guthrie gets a free pass, but Lawson, I thought they put more attention into him. He needs a little bit of a lift, but I like him to go on. I think Oshie Muller will go on the Wizard next week, but I wouldn't mind Lawson to go on him as well when he goes up half forward. I think he'd be fantastic.
I thought about Lawson, but I thought he's a young player. Guthrie's got more games under his belt than Lawson, so I gave Humphrey Bear a break on that one. So that was the Collingwood. That was the Geelong and Adelaide Crows game on Thursday night. Speaking of Collingwood, we go to Friday night. Collingwood 13-9-87, GWS 7-12-57. Nick Dacos led the poisoning, 36 and 2 goals. Membry owns you. 4 goals to Tim Membry. Turn back the clock. Every dog has its day. I had my day. It might have been Shirley Curnow, but it was Tim Membry. I got my day. Whitfield had led the poisoning. He had 40. Oliver has had a good year at GWS. Another 37 disposal game. The huge problem, Kiri, Hogan's heroes. Jesse Hogan has had a poor season. Terrible. Yeah. Don't know what's wrong with him, but it's not like he's getting the ball. His goal kicking is atrocious. And this was a bad loss. I picked GWS, but this was a terrible loss for the Giants. Now, they've got injuries, fair enough, but we've said on this show before, is the message getting through? Is the hard school way of Kingsley getting through? I don't think it is. But Hogan he had a good season last year. We considered him top 5 forwards in the game, Jesse. But terrible start, Jesse Hogan. Absolutely terrible.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. And when you got players like, Toby Conway, not Toby Conway, Toby Green, thrown into the midfield as well. Obviously Colinio had a really quiet game as well. He's a bit of a hot and cold sort of player. Yeah, I don't know. I think I knew the Giants were going to struggle this year. And, they had one of the toughest draws coming in for the first few weeks as well. It's and you could be right, Lucas. Maybe the message from Adam Kingsley is not getting through. I'm not saying he's under the pump compared to Brad Scott or Michael Voss, but there is a little bit of a concern. It's just a wait and see with the Giants as well. And Jesse Hogan, like you said, it was only a couple of years ago he won the Coleman last year, and I still think he could still be one of the best key forwards in the league at the moment. All these players, they have patches. We've seen that with Jeremy Cameron before he went absolutely berserk in the second half of the season. I'm backing him in to turn it around, and I'm backing the Giants to turn it around and work their way up on the ladder as well. Whether it's I haven't got him in my top 8. Based on the injuries they have, but definitely in sort of the top 10 in the wild card for sure. I don't think alarm bells are ringing, but there is a bit of a concern at Giant Land at the moment. And yeah, you got to feel for Clayton Oliver as well. Coming to the Giants, obviously him doing the heavy lifting without Tom Green in the side at the moment. Yeah, it's but you know, Collingwood were always going to win. There was certainly no doubt about that. But yeah, I expected a bit more of a fight from GWS as well. And at 7 goals, 12, especially under the roof as well. Not really an excuse, to be honest. Like when the conditions are all dry and all of that too. But yeah, I mean, look, yeah, that's my take on that one.
Yeah, like I said, well, Hogan missed some easy set shots. I noticed he's got the stuttering back in his run-up. I don't know what the hell that's about. But if I was the coach, I'd get that out of his game real quick. Saturday E, the early game, St Kilda versus Fitzroy. 11-14-80, St Kilda, Fitzroy 17-11, 113. Pathetic fourth quarter by St Kilda, let's be honest, Kerry. They should have won this game, really, St Kilda. But awful fourth quarter. Amazingly, these are the following players that kicked 2 goals each. Rayner, Allen, Charlie Cameron, Logan Morris, Kyle Lohman, Zach Bailey. They all kicked 2 goals each. Their midfield/forwards absolutely destroyed St Kilda. Ashcroft had 31 disposals for St Kilda. Sinclair, Nasai, Rangley, and Malira had 29 disposals each. Liam Ryan did well, 3 goals. Missy Higgins always kicks his 2 goals. But, Kerry, this was terrible fourth quarter by St Kilda. They are really under the pump now.
And yeah, and let's be honest, Lucas, they could have won this game in the first quarter as well. I think they kicked like it was like 0 goals 6. They just could not buy a goal to save their lives. And this goes again like under the roof. The roof is bloody shut at Marvel Stadium as well. And they should have won. And Brisbane, they had their moments as well, but they were always going to find a way, the Brisbane Lions. But yeah, it's another loss for the Saints, but I don't think it's disastrous for them at the moment, because I think Ross Lyon, he is running a free ride with this one as well, with the squad that he's brought into the side, and he's got his mates from the media as well. I've said this before on another show. You know, St Kilda could fail to make the finals this year and next year, and he'll still be the coach. It's like nothing more certain. But you know, I guess same old St Kilda, I guess, and Royal Marshall, man. If there is a mid-season trade period, you think he gets to the Cattery by then as well. I absolutely feel for the bloke. You know, playing up forward where he's not comfortable playing. He should be the number 1 ruck, and it sucks. It sucks. I thought, because they don't really have any other tools like or any other main forwards up front. You know, and I don't even know if Nasai Wangari Miller went up forward as well. But yeah, it's same old St Kilda. But Ross will be the coach, and when they play Geelong, it's going to be like the Undertaker at WrestleMania, mate. Nothing more certain.
Oh yeah, that's it. Well, what I've noticed in these stats that I've done the last 3 weeks with St Kilda, I've noticed one particular thing. In these stats, no Tom DeConey, no Silvani, no Flanders. Not in these stats. Not best on grounds, not kicking goals. These players are probably on a combined $3 million as a trio. If you want to count Nasai as well, that's big money, big money for really 4 players. And they're not even in. Besides Nasai, they're not even in the top 5. They're not even in the stats of best. So. Disappointing. The next game, we're not going to get too much into this, but we'll go through it anyway.
I didn't watch this one, Saturday, so go ahead.
Saturday Arvo, Freo, 13, 20, I think that's an AFL record of behinds, 25 behinds. Need to fix that up. Cost them against Geelong. Luckily, it's only Richmond. Richmond 6-7-43. Josh Tracy, in the comments earlier, Jazelenko said Josh Tracy Played in the wet and cycling weather on the weekend. Kicked 4, had 12 marks. The guy is a beast. He did just that. So Ryan picked up 32 and 2 goals. Shai Bolton also 33 disposals. Luke Traynor from Richmond, 28 disposals. Tim Taranto had a nice game, 24 and 2 goals. We have this tag of Fremantle flat track bullies. They were never, though it took them a while to put away Richmond, mainly due to their bad kicking in front of goal. This game was never a threat to them. They will be tested next week against Adelaide. I think we're going to know where both clubs are at next week. This week
as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So our Fremantle flat track bullies. Well, we'll find that out. Adelaide, as good as everyone says, was it a one-hit wonder season? We'll find out. So a lot of questions to be asked, but no real takeaways from here, Kerry. Freo did what they had to do. Moving on. Now, I know you watched this game, so I'm going to let you take over this game here. Saturday night, Essendon versus North Melbourne.
Yes. What I call the El Shittico of the AFL, especially with the coaches they had. You got Alistair Clarkson and Brad Scott both under the pump coming into this one as well. I tipped North Melbourne with not great confidence because coming before this game, I think it was, it's been a while since North Melbourne had beat the Bombers in this one as well. And and it took them a while. There was one point throughout the game where just the ball skills from both sides was absolutely deplorable. I've seen better ball skills in a nab kick under nines sort of team. That's just how deplorable it was as well. But yeah, North Melbourne were always going to get the job done. Harry Sheasel got his usual 30+ touches. Kircher was good. Dersma 3 goals. And on Essendon, gee whiz. I mean, Zach Merritt with only 10 disposals, he's checked out and he absolutely wants out the door as well. No on-field leaders whatsoever, and how Brad Scott is still the coach, I do not know. And yeah, I won't be surprised. I won't be surprised if the Bombers will be 18th by Anzac Day, come around Anzac Day as well. But yeah, it's not great for Bombers fans. The only bright side is only Nate Caddy and Isaac Kako. Everyone else, even the young kids they got there, is just, when you pick players like Andrew McGrath over Tim Taranto and Harris Andrews especially as well, and Elijah Shardas, Archie Perkins, all these sort of blokes. Yeah, they're not going to get it. They're not going to get it done for you. And I think it's more than the players. It is more than the coach. It is the whole club at the moment. It's not good for Essendon, but great for North Melbourne. And they got Calrton next week as well on Good Friday, so that will be very, very interesting. And they are bloody above Geelong as well. We know West Coast is above Geelong, but bloody North Melbourne as well. Yeah. Can you believe it?
Yeah. With Essendon, I feel so sorry for Zach Merritt. He just does not want to be there. He's checked out. I think it's probably their best interest they don't even play him, to be honest.
Play him in the twos.
And he's on.
This thing, because this guy on SEN, it just came to my mind as well, this Essendon fan, and he was like, if he doesn't want to play for the club, just play him in the twos for the rest of the season. He doesn't want to be there. He just simply doesn't want to be there, And
I watch a lot of YouTube contenters, and I think the Bomber Banter one, led by Fiona, I think the criticism of Zach Merritt by your channel was very harsh, to be honest, because every single time when it's related to Zach Merritt's done this, Zach Merritt's not doing this. He doesn't want to be there. He doesn't want to be there. He's gone. He wanted to trade, and you didn't want to trade him. Now, granted, you played hardball, fair enough, but there's nothing for him there. And I see on your channel, I'm not calling you out or doing anything, but it's just negative criticism. Last week he was against Georgiades, for fuck's sake. What the fuck is going on there? What is going on there? I don't care if it's for 1 minute, 1 second, 1 quarter. What is he doing on a full back like Georgie Arties? Come on, man. You might as well have Kate Winslet on a fucking wardrobe coaching from the sidelines. Absolutely useless, this bloke. Useless. And you don't want to criticise him. You want to make a scapegoat of Zach Merritt. That's not good enough, Bomber Banter. Not good enough. Parrish as well. Parrish he's checked out. He doesn't want to be there also, Parrish. Another player that, that carried his back with this team. Absolutely horrible that channel and their criticism, Merritt. Not calling you out. Nothing against you, but I see what I see. Stop the negativity.
100%.
Some questions here. Hi, everyone. Hope you're all good. Hope you are good, says Bob. Hello, says Bob as well. Hope you're all good. Sunday Sunday early game. Oh, the West Coast fans. Oh, wow, it's too early. I've got to get up at 9:30. I got to get the white powder into my nose. I can't get a fix. Oh, fuck off with that. Port Adelaide 13-12-90. West Coast Eagles did win this game. Wow, 13-4-92. Wow. Tim Kelly turned back the clock. 32 touches. Your boy Harley Reid.
Harley owns you.
Harley owns you. 22 and 2 goals. Waterman 4 goals. Georgiades continues where he left off. 3 goals. Whitlock 3 goals. Butters. Talk about another player we feel sorry for. My God. 30 touches for Zach Butters. They are on the road to nowhere, Port Adelaide. Well, they're on the road to the Sandful. That's where they're going at this rate. And this is all about Butters. This is the game that he'll check out in. This is the game that will decide that he's gone. He shouldn't be there. This is probably another reason for a mid-season trade, Kiwi, because he would have asked for a trade by now if we had it.
Absolutely. Yeah, far out. Yeah, and this is a bloody winnable game for Port Adelaide as well. Coming to this, I was thinking about coming to this one as well, but I thought, this is going to be a blowout, not worth going. But that last 5 minutes, oh my God, that was absolutely incredible, and and definitely worth the early wake up call for West Coast fans here in Perth as well. I thought Harley Reid was fantastic. Job Shanahan, he was brilliant. I think he was playing down back as well. But yeah, that'd be taking massive confidence out of this game as well. And I reckon this might be a danger game for Geelong in 2 weeks' time. Back in South Australia at Norwood, I think this is going to be a danger game for us, and we cannot be complacent with this one as well. I think Josh Carr probably said to the boys before the game, you know what to do. It's at the Adelaide Oval. Let's do the same thing what we did with Essendon. Just don't even try. Don't even try. We're gonna take the 4 points anyway. This is only West Coast. It's only West Coast. They're shit like Essendon. I'm convinced that that's what he said. And again, it just goes to show Josh Carr. He did not, and this backfired him as well. He did not play Ollie Wines in that midfield as well. He was playing Sandford the day before, and they got absolutely thrashed by Glenelg. By over 50 points, and Ollie Wines was playing for the Port Magpies in the Sandful. You bring a player like Will Brodie, who God knows when the last time his AFL game was, and you had no one in the guts. And West Coast absolutely exposed that. They got smashed in the contested ball in the fourth quarter because they didn't have a ball like Ollie Wines. You lose Connor Rosie. That's massive in the midfield. Zach Butters has to do all the grunt work. Why can't you throw a player like Jace Burgoyne in the midfield as well? I thought he was wasted on the wing. Add a bit of muscle. I think Jace Burgoyne, he's such a clean player with a ball. Throw him in there.
Yes, yeah.
But the Port Adelaide fans as well, they're turning heads on Josh Carr already. Mate, what the fuck are you doing? You did the same thing with Ken Hinkley as well. Like, what are you doing, man? But let's be real. Josh Carr, this could be a conspiracy theory, but I say what I want to say. This is my opinion. I reckon Josh Carr was coaching the last 2 years for Port Adelaide. You wonder why Ken Hinkley was on the bench for his last 2 seasons at the club. He's calling the shots. He was calling the shots in the box. And now we found out. What do you think Connor Rosie went to half back last year? That was Josh Carr's call. That wasn't Ken Hinkley's.
Yeah.
Josh Carr has been coaching the last 2 years. And it's you cannot script it. You know? Yeah.
Also, you know, when they play Geelong Gather Round, they're also playing at a smaller suburban ground. That might favour West Coast as well, being at Norwood Oval. Yeah. So that ground might actually favour West Coast as well. Oh, boy. Talk about turning on your fans in this next game. Holy smokes. Fuck me. Sunday Arvo, Calrton 11-11-77, Lord Nilsson 2AW thing. Melbourne 15-10-100. Cozzy owns you, had a wank. 33 touches and 1 goal. Sparrow 29-1. Fritsch 4 goals. Salem the Cat 20 touches. And McGovern kicked 3. Jeez, McGovern kicked 3. Where did that come from? Must be playing for the Crows against Collingwood. The last time McGovern's kicked 3 is when he played against Collingwood. Tom Holland Spider-Man had 25 and 2 goals. And Walsh had 31. Cripps had a shit game at 20 goals. And I'll tell you what, this game was great. We'll read the comments. We'll just calm down for a sec because he's a superstar.
He is.
Sparrow is a very underrated player.
Yes.
Windsor as well. This is the second time, Kiri, Melbourne have kicked over 100 points. So Stephen King's doing something right with the forward line. But that wasn't the big talking point. The talking point was on the YouTube commenters. My God, holy fuck. I feel for my TPG lads. Bo Champ did a fucking watch along. I'm surprised he didn't walk out after Melbourne went in front. Bo, how did you do that? I would have fucking walked if that was Geelong. The hell with the watch along. Rocco, this club will kill this man. This man will be the death of Calrton the way Calrton are going. Calm down, Rocco. I love you, mate, but we don't want this to be the end of you. Just relax.
Nah, man.
The Mars bar went absolutely. Yeah, the Mars bar went off. He said they all should be in jail. They should be handcuffed, arrested, jailed. It is absolutely went off. Just relax. I don't want anything to happen to you, Rocco. I want you on my show. You're no good when you're not well, mate. Just relax. Goodness me.
I enjoyed every single minute of it. I loved Mars's monologue as well, if I like to call it that. But yeah. It was. We're only in round 3 as well. I know I heard Snapper's call on 3AW as well. That was great. And you know his take on Michael Voss in 2023 last year. Gee, isn't that aging well at the moment? But how can you go? 43 points. I just had this sort of gut feeling that they just can't play 4 quarters of footy of the Blues. And I don't want to bash them all too much because I think they have been bashed enough. And we do have our Calrton friends on the show as well. Yes. I could talk to you about Melbourne because I've said this before. I reckon they're not going to be as bad as what people think as well. I reckon they could definitely push for the 10, maybe have that resurgent Port Adelaide season in 2013. New coach, new direction. And how good was Keziah Piggott? 33 disposals, and he kicked a goal. Absolutely sensational. And you know, Stephen King, he's doing something right. Fantastic. When do the Blues play the Bombers? Oh, that's later in the year as well. I was hoping it'd be next week, but.
In all seriousness, that will be a cracker because no one's going to pick a blowout. That game won't be a blowout. I can tell you that might be that'd be probably a draw. I'm going to call it right now. I remember Calrton a decade ago. They played I don't know who they played, but they played someone similar that had a bad record, and they drew that game a decade ago. They're both for that shit. They couldn't beat each other. So I'm going to go for a draw. Yeah, it could have been Richmond. Yeah. I'm sure if any of the Calrton boys are watching. Yeah, it was a decade ago, and Calrton were doing awful, and they played someone else that were doing awful, and they drew it. So I'm picking a draw. If bookmark this, that will be a draw. They're both. It's a game where no one almost deserves to be a winner. Because his last quarter was one for the ages.
Oh,
Chopsticks to the game.
Yeah. Bloody Port Adelaide would be absolutely spewing. They did not get him to the club. You know, you persist with really Rioli.
Oh, Billy Rioli. No, we're going to go back there. It's a good point you make. Butters is gone. If I'm Port Adelaide, I'd worry about Georgiades because after seeing what West Coast are doing, if I'm Georgiades, I'm thinking, wow, this West Coast team, they're next 2 to 3 years pushing maybe finals or the wildcard spot. And he's from Perth as well, Georgiades. So I'd be worried about that, Port Adelaide. Forget about Butters. If you lose Georgiades, your only forward, you're fucked. You're absolutely fucked.
And this is the other thing. Port Adelaide was so arrogant. They did not pick anyone in the draft last year as well.
No.
And that has absolutely backfired. Like, you give up and, selling the farm for freaking Jack Lukosius as well, who is a C-graded forward at best. David Koch, we don't believe in rebuilding. We believe in playing finals and all of that. Well, I heard on the press conference last night with Josh Carr, it's like, what stage do you think Port Adelaide's in this season? And he said, we're in a transitional period. So it's another word for rebuild. Yeah.
The T word's the new R word. But no, terrible from Port Adelaide. Worry about Georgiades because you might lose him to considering West Coast are getting better. And with Carlton, their fans just hang in there, jumper punch, hang in there. Rocco, relax, mate. I don't want to.
We need you for next week, boys. We need you for next week.
Like I said, I don't know how Bo didn't walk off the stream because if that was Geelong against Melbourne and pray that they beat Carlton. If they can't beat Carlton, I'm gonna go berserk. Just like if they can't beat Hawthorn. So I don't know how he didn't walk off the stage, Bo, because that would have been me. But anyway, Bo hanged in there. I don't know how he did it. I'm sure he'll message me when he sees this because I'll clip it and give it to him. But I don't know how you did it, Bo. How did you do it? How did you not walk out? But West Coast have more wins than last year, and it's already round 3. How about that? They'll be tough to play in Perth as well, West Coast, on that. They'll be very tough to play in Perth, I think. It's just how many games can they win away? Well, they've won 1 so far, which is probably good. And they'll probably beat... Who would you tip, Kerry? Essendon or West Coast in Melbourne? If the game was in Melbourne, who would you pick?
Oh, based on form, definitely West Coast at the moment. 100%.
We may not pick Essendon for the rest of the year. We don't even know who they're going to beat. And I think actually they play West Coast in Perth anyway, only once. Yeah. So I don't know who the hell they're going to beat.
I'm absolutely confident I'll tip West Coast in Perth and even West Coast in Melbourne as well.
Yeah.
Because Essendon they're on a 10-game losing streak, I think, coming into this season. So we don't know when the next win's going to be for the Bombers as well. I'm quite confident they could. It could be in Perth. It could be in Adelaide. It could be in anywhere. It could be in Antarctica. I'll be confident.
Yeah.
I'll be confident West Coast could beat Essendon.
Well, the Essendon fan base want to blame Dak Merritt, but you've got no star players. No one wants to come to your club. Let's look at all the big recruits. Jesse Hogan went to GWS. Jeremy Cameron went to Geelong. Flanders, St Kilda.
I'll tell you this though, Lucas. Who do you reckon's the next coach is going to be for Essendon? Because we know Brad Scott's out the door. I reckon Ken Hinkley. Hinkley will come.
I reckon they might give interim to James Hird. Interim to James Hird.
Yeah.
And then bring in Ken Hinkley. I think they might do that. How they haven't sacked him? Like, look at the Redbacks. Let's use that example. Dizzy Gillespie had the same squad for fucking 10 years. Couldn't win a single game with them. Ryan Harris takes over, wins back-to-back shields. Manchester United with Eric Ten Hag and fucking what's the other Portuguese dozer? And then Carrick comes along. They start winning. You had your chance with Liverpool. You had your chance there, Kiri. So Essendon,
we still have our chance into the season. We still have our chance into this. Yeah. As long as we don't win the Champions League.
PSG might put you out of your misery with that one. You have it. Why is that Scott? Why is Temu Chris Scott still there? Why is he still there? I don't understand that. That's a mystery to me. He should have been sacked. Get in James Heard for the rest of the season.
Maybe it's his mates from AFL House as well.
Yes. Well, he was. Yes, just like Ross the Boss. He's got mates in the upper house, mates in the media. So it's astonishing. Everyone else wants to get sacked, but except for Michael Voss as well. How's he still there? How is he still at that club? My God, can it get any worse? I don't know who's going to coach them. Like I said, you might as well get Kate Winslet to coach him.
Adam Simpson. I reckon.
Adam Simpson. We might get Adam Simpson down there. I'll tell you what, Patrick Cripps. I think he should be dropped. He's had a horrible year, Patrick Cripps. Talk about a guy that's checked out. He might go to West Coast. He might want out and go to West Coast. The way they're going. But we'll wait and see. But jumper punch. I feel your pain. Relax, Rocco. Calm down, mate. But anyway, Kiri, I would have let you go, but we're both going to go. Thank you for coming on this review. When is your next channel on the Red Dawn TV? When's your next video?
Yeah, so we're on an international break at the moment still, but we do have some FA Cup action coming this weekend. So I'll be doing a starting 11 and match prediction video. I did make a video recently about Mohamed Salah and his departure to Liverpool at the end of the season. So you haven't saw it, check it out. Bit of a heartfelt message from myself as well, not to feed my ego even more, but what he means to the club, what he meant a lot to me as a Liverpool supporter, especially here in Australia as well. So if you haven't seen that, go check it out. But we'll be back in for some FA Cup action as well. And, who do I go for? Well, I'm Geelong AFL, the Liverpool Premier League. So maybe you're a bit confused with the orange I'm wearing. Am I a GWS fan, probably?
He's a GWS. Well, I think Bob's a Sydney fan, so he's a Sydney Swans fan. I've been riding Charlie Curnow all season, Bob. You better not let me down next week. I can tell you right now, I feel something big coming from Curnow. I feel it. I can feel it. But anyway, thank you, Kiri. And before we go, yes, he goes for Sydney. That is it.
Okay.
That is it. The Sydney Swans. Before we go, once again, the SA Redbacks winning the Sheffield Shield. We're going to leave you with this song.
All day since the job got done, hidden like an arrow for the setting sun. Another day to go before you ease the load, and the nearest cold draft 1,000 K down the road. So you check the accommodation, open the bar, there's water on tap. Wouldn't it be good to be home right now? See the mates.
Oh, come on, Chris.
Have a chat. But then you hear
excuse me, young man. Don't ever talk that shit while I'm playing this song. That's a warning to you, mate. Good Lord.
Like Steve-O? Nah. What would your mates be doing out here?
He's an England fan as well.
West End draft?
I love you, Chris.
It's the West End of the day. Yeah, hard day's draft cuts a thirst in heart. When your mates drop in, have a beer, have a drink. 'Cause the best end of the day is the West End of the day.
Thank you so much for joining
the West End Redbacks.
West End Redbacks. It's a shame that their beer's from China now, but anyway, beggars can't be choosers. We will see you in the preview. I've lost the plot here. You should have seen me on the watch along. We'll see you next time on the watch along, the preview show on Thursday night. Geelong, who are we playing? We're playing Hawthorn on Easter Monday. We'll see you in the preview. Kiri, thank you for coming on. Chris, that's your first and last warning on this show, mate. Don't come in here with such filth. That disrespect, especially playing a South Australian legend song, Chris. So warning to you, mate. But anyway, Kerry, thanks for coming on. We will catch you next time. Fucking Chris. We will see you next time on the Geelong Zone.